Yeah. They ain't gonna like it. They ain't gonna like me. I been getting to the money. Everybody mad. I think I'm getting too much money. Everybody mad. Same old nigga from the block. Same old nigga with the pot. The same old nigga from the trap. Everybody hated on him, then he bounced right back. I done spent a whole lot of time overseas. Doubling my money cause you know I want cheese. I been in my hometown playing with the keys when they fell off the boat. Yeah, I'm talking about police. I know it's a whole lot of niggas. All right. It's a whole lot of bitches that was taken. So I shut the niggas up, bitches feeling
What up, y'all? Thank y'all for listening. This is the Views from the 7 podcast. Fellas, let's get right up in it.
Let's go.
Who sucked dick in here?
What?
That's not what I signed up for.
Hey,
All right.
let's not say nothing like that no more, because I'm the only one holding the microphone. All right, so, yeah, we not about to do this here.
Just like me.
Yeah. No, and ain't like that. Yeah.
All right, well, unless you've been living under a rock. Tank.
Let me try it again. And then he says, and then he's like, I'm not sure if I liked it or not.
Let me try it again.
Let me try it again. And then he says, you know what? It's not for me. Don't like the taste. You see what I'm saying?
Don't like the taste.
We're not talking about chicken. We talking about dicking.
Well, you know what?
Dick in his jaw.
Dick in his jaw.
How you made a bar out of chicken and
Because she's
dick.
an artist at heart. Yeah. It's natural. It comes natural.
But it doesn't mean he's gay. It means he sucked dick twice.
Okay, so just for the sake of your,
I don't know if he's come out. I don't know what his deal is. But, I mean, I don't know. I ain't never sucked dick before, so I don't know where he stands.
Do you know how your dog food tastes?
No.
Nah.
Do you like dog food?
Absolutely not.
How you know if you never tasted it? That's all Tank's saying.
Yeah, but
That's all he's. I'm not sucking dick.
I've never.
But that's what he said.
I've never eaten dirt. Know that I don't like that shit.
I ain't dirt.
You ate dirt, nigga, like on purpose? I've like
As a kid?
you tasted it like in the air or like in your hands or something like that. But I'm not sitting there actually eating dirt to be like, you know what, this isn't for me.
Have you ever thought about eating dirt or eating dog food? Have you ever thought about it?
Well, that's why I got
See, I ain't
quiet
never thought
dog.
There's a
about
couple
something.
brands.
It's weird.
You know, I mean,
thought
like,
about eating dog.
That's
There's
what
a
I'm
couple
saying.
brands.
dog.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
a
something else though.
Nigga, I tried
What
to
I'm talking
biscuit.
about is before you get to the action, you have to actually think about doing the shit.
Like
you know what
taking
I'm
out the
saying?
wrapper.
Like, that's that. Yeah.
So y'all ain't never woke up one night and you're just like, I feel like sucking some
No, that's not. Yeah.
Never? Man, shout out.
I haven't even thought about sucking my own dick. And I love my
That's
dick.
wild. If you was able to do that.
Didn't Marilyn Manson do that shit?
Yeah, that was a
Yeah, it's like
junior high school myth, going through.
Oh, that was a
something like
myth?
You know what I'm saying? Got
Okay.
motherfuckers,
Yeah,
really bending over, seeing that they bend over and do shit like that. It was crazy.
Yeah,
shit.
I can't just suck my dick. Like, I had to go for my balls, too. And I can't reach it.
I'm not attracted to myself enough to suck my dick. I wouldn't like it.
No, so-
I couldn't be jail gay with me.
Yeah, this definitely wasn't the way to start off the podcast. Y'all got me ready to talk about my non-existent ass weekend. So,
All right, so, hey, shout out to Tank. So this is where I'm at with it. I do feel like he was real clickbaitish.
yeah.
Was this on? Does he have a podcast?
You
No,
got an
he
album.
went on someone's podcast
Oh, okay.
Friday.
He went on lip service.
This was Friday.
Lip service. That makes it
Lip
even
service,
more.
okay.
More
That means whatever the fuck he said was
He
gonna
on the
get out.
promo
He do
tour.
that shit, you know.
I feel like this was his people doing. Like,
This a promo tour.
absolutely, because he got an album that's coming out Friday.
What's a dick sucking rollout though? Like who he trying to engage?
I just think
There's a bunch of niggas out there trying to come out. Let me get my tape out.
the conspiracy in me got me feeling like everybody's going for the Lil Nas X promo run.
Lil Nas X seemingly announces he's gay on World Pride Day.
Ain't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell.
Oh, okay.
So
I see what
now
you're doing.
it's not. So he said something.
Lil Nas, even Frank, they already had like they were already like not the top, but they already had like they were popping.
Lil Nas said it after his
That's what I'm saying.
album was already out.
He was popping already.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
I don't.
Tank ain't been popping in a while.
Yeah, but and exactly the whole world is talking about him
That's
now.
what he doing.
And then I feel like, okay, he said some crazy ass shit, anybody who's ever been behind a mic, right, knows that
How to suck a dick?
the intent is you want the listener to take something away, right?
Right.
And some people just go for shock value. This isn't his first time doing this. He said he liked his ass licked like on the Breakfast Club.
Well, that's
That's different.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
It's
different.
different.
No,
No, but,
shit.
so this is how I'm looking at it, right? So he goes on Friday. On Friday, he said,
I'm living in 2019. That's it.
"Hey, I feel you. I'm squatting. I'm squatting over this."
See, that's what I'm saying.
2019.
You know, I mean, I don't like that shit because I don't even like my nipples licked. But
How you know though? That's what Tank was saying. How you know?
like, how do I know I don't like my ass?
How you
licked?
know any of this shit? That's all Tank's saying.
I don't know. Bitch can grab my ass. She just can't put her, her tongue in
Tank
it.
killed it when he said twice. That means you tried it, and then you was like, you know what, let me try again.
You got
A
sober
wise,
up.
a wise person once told me that if you don't try something twice, you don't really know how something is. Because the first time it might not be the right experience or the right time.
So you
Now-
suck dick and be like, "Oh man, I didn't get the balls right."
Nah, he
I didn't
probably
check it
was.
off right.
Nah, he was like,
and then
I
you
was
go back
drunk.
again, and then he's like, "You know what?"
Yeah, exactly.
I was drunk.
Like what BC said. Yeah,
Nah,
I
don't
was drunk.
throw me in the shit.
I was drunk. Let me try it again sober. Now, I'm not doing that shit drunk or sober.
Look at it.
Have y'all?
Bro,
Hands over here praying. Hands over here
look, I don't belong in this conversation. They like, oh, you don't try something twice. Look, I ate at the Cheesecake Factory once.
So
I
okay.
ain't going there twice.
So let me.
That's
So,
that.
But how you know it wasn't no cheesecake you got? That's all
I
Tank's
ate at
saying.
the Cheesecake Factory once. I don't need to go there twice to know I don't like that shit.
You
That's
could
that.
have tried. You might have tried the wrong thing.
Yeah,
Go back and try
that's-
something else.
The menu
you
different.
put nuts
I
on your
tried the wrong
cheesecake.
restaurant. That's what the fuck I tried.
You didn't put no nuts,
Right. Yeah.
no cream.
Yeah.
No, so this is where I'm at with it. So you have to be fucking stupid as a creator, right? To not have the gay homies on your side. Right?
Correct.
That's where all the money at right now. That's where all the money at right now. That's where all the money, that's the demographic everybody's trying to get. Is the gay homies.
Okay.
So you say this wild shit on this podcast on Friday. It doesn't catch on until Tuesday.
Okay.
So this tells me that this little clip you sent to your people and said, put this out here, send it to all the media,
He
folks.
just said it in the first 5 minutes of the show.
You think it called a play?
It was like, welcome to lip service. I'm subject to
It was like, this is
So-
Tank. Hold on, lady.
So you send it to all your folks. Now you got all the media people talking about it from the media folks. Now it hits social media.
The West Coast gay offense. Boom. Everybody got it. The West Coast gay offense.
Yeah, Tank is the same dude that
Dink and
performed
dunk.
a bunch of perform in front of a gay crowd, like rapping his thing and shit.
Yeah, so
I mean,
now
you usually got to perform regardless of your audience.
The
I
West
mean,
Coast gay
a
offense.
male dancer has to perform even if it's a dude or it's a girl.
Yeah, we know what type of songs Tank got though.
so now it's on social media. So now everybody's talking about it. Now everybody's wild and say, oh, he's gay. We know how the world operates. Now he's making videos combating homophobia. No one said nothing about no homophobia. Nobody said nothing about that. But in his videos, now he's bringing up homophobia.
The West Coast gay offense. It's a
Now
play.
you got the gay homies on your
It's a
side.
play.
You don't have to come out. You don't have to.
They was on his side when he said, I'll suck your dick twice.
The West Coast gay offense.
It was all
Album sales went up.
Oh, you got look. You
I
got
say for this,
That's
you
his audience,
gotta
though.
only care about numbers, point blank, period. Because if you care about the quality of the product, you're not doing no shit. This is the equivalent, what y'all talking about as far as getting that gay audience on your side. This is the equivalent of in the early 2000s, an album can't go out unless it got a club track.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, or this, that, and that, like
Yep.
and that fucked off a whole lot of albums. A lot of
Yeah,
albums sound the same, so you can't
But
separate the
this
classics
isn't
from
far
the
from what-
non-classics because of that.
This isn't far from what Tank has been doing. Because at first he was making like relationship music.
Yeah.
Then he started going way deep into the sex songs.
Yeah.
He been doing the sex shit for what? 3-4 years?
Nah, he's been
5
doing
years?
sex shit for about like 10, 11 years.
Yeah, I haven't listened
Like
to
10,
that
10,
much
no,
to even,
no.
pay
Because
attention to the
Stronger was the last album where it was like he was speaking on relationship shit. Then he went deep into the sex
Stronger
shit.
came in
because-
between them, in between the other albums.
What happened with that song with Chris Brown and Trey Songz?
That's what I'm saying. Stronger came in between.
Is that song?
Stronger came out right after TGT.
No. The song I'm talking about came out like this was like 2010, 2011.
I just remember Strong.
And that one straight just like I'm about to beat that bitch's pussy, like the whole song.
Like he
I don't think that's the song.
But so he admitted, he was like, look, I make these songs because y'all don't listen to this.
Okay.
So
he caters. So now you got
so
all the
think it's an
gay homies on
agenda?
your side. Now you done took off.
So what was his stance on this anyways? Like, was he saying that like I would try to suck dick twice before I
No, he
decide?
was speaking on like a man. He was speaking on men in general, not
because the sentiment behind of the argument is what I do believe in. Just because I try not to I don't like double standards much.
Yeah.
So I don't like I've had this conversation with a girl where like coming from Insecure, where the dude. I can't think of her name. The girl. Okay, so the girl.
He's gay.
Because that totally makes him gay, right?
Bitch, sophomore year, you hooked up with that chick who looked like Lisa Turtle.
Okay, who didn't?
It's different for women.
Okay, wait. You're telling me that once a dude touches a dick, he's gay?
Yes.
So it's like straight, lead that.
Yes. It's a double standard, but oh well, that's how it is. Okay, bitch, so she's supposed to stop seeing Jared just because he doesn't subscribe to the heteronormative rejection of sexual fluidity?
Okay,
Like, in women's studies class.
And this bitch talk like she doing the spoken word and flawless.
I love it. I'm just saying, why can't black men explore their sexuality without being labeled gay or bi or whatever?
Because I want my man to be a man.
That's homophobic as fuck, okay? And if Jared were white, you would chalk that shit up to the game.
Preach! Why do black men have to fit in a box and be super masculine all the time? Be damn. Can a nigga get his dick sucked? Also, can we bring these drinks inside?
Oh, yeah.
And then he was like, oh, I did the same thing. She was like, what do you mean? He was like, yeah, I experimented too. I let a dude go down on me, but it wasn't for me, so that was it. And she was like, so you gay, nigga? And then he was like, nah, I was the same thing as you. What do you mean? And then she basically dipped on the dude because of that. So I tend to stand on the side of the dude when that shit is double standards. That shit's fucked up. You can do some shit, and I do the exact same thing. And it's like, oh, it's not okay when I do it.
So, but there's social norms and gender barriers and stuff like that that's in the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not saying I don't think that I need to suck a dick to understand that I like it or not, because I'm just not attracted to the dick. So it's like, why would I want to fucking suck some shit that I'm not like that doesn't do anything for me? Like, you know.
There's nothing wrong with saying like thinking you're gay and then you're like, oh.
Yeah, if that's the case.
I think Hank was trying to say that the world is a bigger perspective than you're introduced to. It was a gay ass way of saying it. But he was trying to basically say that, like, look, you come from these communities and you have this upbringing and you never understand like the different elements of sexuality until you're exposed to them. It's still gay as shit, but he exposed himself to them to find out.
Yeah.
Some people are comfortable being closed-minded in that approach. Which is where the homophobia comes from. Because, like, I don't need to do nothing gay to know that I'm not gay. But at the same time.
And what better way to have this conversation than for it to hit social media?
Or what
the place where you cannot grow. Growth does not exist on social media. So let me put this on social media. Now I got everything working for me. Now I can put this video on and completely shape the narrative and say all of y'all are homophobic.
Or what?
Now I got this whole community on my side.
Or what better way to find out if you're gay or not than to suck two dicks?
I promise. Hey, I'm dead. That's the only way. That's a foolproof method, though. Like if you on the fence,
This is because I mean, like I said, a wise person once said that like if you try something twice, it gives you two chances to actually try what it was, what it's supposed to be. Because not everything is perfected off of one time.
Man, look, double standards exist, point blank.
Absolutely.
A man cheat on a woman, the woman's expected to take the man back. You know, a woman goes down on another woman, she's still straight. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to use the whole double standard, thing to say, oh, okay, well, I get his point, whatever. Actually, it was something you retweeted of a woman, talking about being in a threesome or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Which I understood her point, but like I say, that's just the double standard of the situation. You see what I'm saying? What he said sound gay as fuck, and I don't give a fuck if I sound like I'm,
it's okay.
Just like gays or anything like that. That's not the motherfucking, No.
Nobody said he's wrong for being gay. Like you can be gay.
To me, this floats on the line of, because I'm looking at everything in the background, right? This floats on the line of, you walked into that interview with the agenda, to get to do this, and now you're just all out pandering to me.
I don't think it's that.
You're pandering to a certain community. Now all of a sudden you speaking for homophobia?
I think this might be his outlet. Like this might be the chance because he's been doing some suspect shit for a decade.
The Lil Nas X promo run, like Old Town Road was big in itself, right? But when he came out,
he'd be like, "I'm his gay dad."
Nah,
boom.
You realize that when he came out, Old Town Road had sold like 5 million copies already.
Yeah, but when he came out, there is no turning back. Like no one is bigger than him right now, platform wise.
I don't think like Tank is.
By the time he came out,
nobody talk about Tank. The whole world is talking about him now.
Yeah, it's because he's talking about sucking 2 dicks. Like,
I mean, this is.
I think he's he's not talking about homosexuality. He's basically generationally co-signing what Lil Nas X is saying. So he's saying like we as a community need to express the same level of fluidity, like sexually, that Lil Nas X is talking about.
Well, I think he's talking about gender equality in that situation, just because.
How? No, you're talking about sucking dick.
Yeah, but he's talking. Oh, was he? He was. I'm thinking of that tweet that lady.
But no, it's about how like that, like we react to it, but like that demographic, people that suck dick, they feel marginalized. Like, yo, we can't talk about how we discovered that we like this, and Tank's like, let's start the conversation. Because there's a lot of gay niggas that like Richard Pryor was gay as shit.
Yeah.
But he was talented as shit, so we didn't say nothing to him.
Well, no, he was gay as shit, but he hit it back then. Only people that hurt.
Nah, Richard Pryor got interviews.
Richard Pryor did
stand-ups about it. Richard Pryor got an interview
you're right.
He got a stand-up called The First Time I Fucked a Faggot.
Yeah, the first time I heard it was through celebrities. That's what it was. Because I wasn't like big into listening to Richard Pryor comedy like that growing up. I was like Eddie, Chris Rock, all that. So, but the first time I heard someone say it was celebrity, and I heard the celebrity said that all celebrities knew that he was gay. Yeah.
Well, he was on bisexual. He's
stuff.
In interviews. He's on the Sunset Strip. Like it's in his material. So like he's saying the same thing. Like him and Paul Mooney was like, "Hey, the only way I figured out if I like niggas is if I fuck with the smartest nigga I know."
Fucked my first faggot. And he's been holding that over my head for 2 years. I fucked a faggot. I just want to say it now so nobody else can tell.
I do feel like it's a little different though, because Richard Pryor was a product of his environment though. Like his grandma was like a madam.
Okay.
Like ran like a hoe house.
Ain't no telling what the fuck going on.
So Richard Pryor was more so prostituting.
Tyrese was doing some fucked up shit around Tank.
I'm sucking niggas' dick for money.
Tyrese?
Yeah, TGT, they was fucked up to him. He a product of that. Imagine, nigga, if you went on vacation with Genuine and Tyrese, you'd be fucked up too.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's a lot of activator in there.
That's Tank's fan base. So
now he got a whole another fan book.
He got his fan base.
Gay dudes?
In his fan
the
base.
gay community?
I feel like his fan base. I feel like his fan base have been.
Nah, I feel like his fan base single mothers.
Black women.
Yeah, call center supervisors.
Event performance. He sold it out. It was all gay men at the show. Like, this is what that man do. Like, that's his fan base.
That's why I think he gay. I think this is his opportunity to be like, cool, it's all right, because I've been hiding it.
Well, now you can back then it used to be like career ending to come out like that.
It's the opposite now.
To come out and say you gay, that was like almost career ending. But now, no one's talking about this nigga. No one's doing nothing. And now all of a sudden he's speaking for homosexuality. Exactly. It doesn't get no better than that.
Yeah, I'm 100% on your side. He came in with that agenda because when you think about it, it was something that didn't even need to be talked about in the first place. Look, fuck who you want to fuck, suck who you want to suck. Label without labels. You see what I'm saying? Just go out there and live your motherfucking life. You ain't gotta say, oh, if you suck 2 dicks, you can still be considered straight. Who gives a fuck in today's society if you straight or not?
I forget how the conversation came up in the interview because I did go to watch the official.
He brought it up. That nigga wanted to say it.
Yeah, he came in there with that shit. Because when he was on the break,
they was like, we here with Tank.
No, it was all women. He was the only dude.
So they were like, "How was your day?" He was like, "I thought about sucking 2 dicks today."
But I'm still straight.
But when he went on the Breakfast Club, another big ass platform, he was talking about getting his ass ate. And he bent over, he was showing him how he liked it ate, all that.
But that. I know people who I know married couples.
No, but I'm saying it's different, but he's using the same method.
He's engaging a demographic. But that demographic still doesn't need to be marginalized. Like, he's not wrong for engaging them. Is he?
Man, he could have just made a fucking song and made a video with LGBTQ
practicing
behind him,
like,
and he would have got the same response as far as their support.
No, not at all. No, not at all.
I mean, that would have been pandering.
Nah, see, like, okay,
he's pandering right now too.
No, but that's
it's not. See, Tank's smart enough to realize that the conversation is pandering. So him being the antagonist in a pandering conversation makes him the hero in that community.
Bingo.
Well, so wait. Were they saying? So were they saying that no, the dude is gay? Is that
Yep.
what
People like, you gay if you sucking dick, and he like, not only are you not gay if you suck once. Hold on now. Hold on now. Tyrese, get out here. Genuine.
Maybe that's what he meant by the 2 dicks.
I'm just saying, you're not just on a tour bus with Tyrese and Genuine. Them niggas not playing fantasy football. Them niggas don't got no nigga hobbies together.
My pony.
Nigga, ain't nobody that.
TGT.
Everybody.
All right, Skinny, what you got with it? What you got for us today?
Oh shit, we going right with the music.
All right, let's go.
Loves about the women and drugs. I say I got a problem with you. The same time I miss you. I say I got a problem with you. The same time I miss you. Now I ain't gon' sing to you, love, but I'm gon' speak to you. I got that beef with you the same time I fiend for you. I ain't heard from you in a while, trying to figure out where you been. I'm trying to show you to this girl, but I don't know where you live. Man, I've been crying a lot. Man, I've been trying to lie. Wasting all these tears, man, I promise I'm trying to stop. It's crazy how I feel when I'm in my bed feeling for you. Boy, them tears ain't no tissues for you. You the oldest, you the strongest, you the protector, ain't no weakness for you. And they listening, boy, they witnesses you. So can I get my time back? In them pictures, can I get my smile back? What are these chains, can I get my shine back? It get hard trying to dial without no numbers to call. Scab knees without no cream, and ain't no help when you fall. Like that feeling back in school, writing letters and all. Spelling love, it get different when them letters involved. Damn. Don't nobody sing about love no more. Don't nobody speak to you, love. It's about the women and drugs. I say I got a problem with you. The same time I miss you. I say I got a problem with you. The same time I miss you.
Don't nobody sing about love no more. Don't nobody speak to your love. It's about the women and drugs. Said I got a problem with you. The same time I miss you. I said I got a problem with you. The same time I miss you. Hey, hey, hey. Had a friend. His name.
That's the nigga verse. Hold on.
All right, fellas. During a breakup, right? Say you and your significant other taking a break. Is it your business to know
that you suck 2 dicks? No. Okay, I'll stop.
It's kind of the same thing, though.
Said, baby, I suck some dick. And our breakup. Is it your business to know what they did during y'all breakup?
Absolutely.
Nope.
Seriously?
Absolutely.
No.
Yep.
Well,
I'm not talking about it on the little small petty shit like who you fucked and all of this shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying. Let's say y'all was broken up for 3 months. Or, you know what I'm saying? And she went and was talking with a dude for 2 months, and she really got feelings for him or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? What? This nigga ain't going nowhere at that point. So it's your business to know that she was talking to another dude that she had feelings for. You see what I'm saying? But I ain't talking about the petty, who you fuck, who you suck shit.
I don't agree. I think she is like, you gotta take a holistic look at it, and whatever she does when she's in a reactionary state, she's in a reactionary mindset. Yeah. So you can't hold her accountable to the decision she makes throughout that.
But you can hold her accountable as far as the decision you make going forward, though. You see what I'm saying? It's like, you want to get back with me, okay, but you have feelings with this dude. This dude ain't going nowhere. This dude's still in the
They're not real feelings. They're reactionary. They're reactionary. It's like if you in traffic and you cuss somebody out, you don't hate that person. You reacting to a situation. You're not gonna see them at Albertsons and fuck them up. You reacting to a situation.
Look, we're learning a lot about Ant right now.
No, but
right. He beating niggas up.
Hey,
you better not suck more than one dick. I tell everybody that right now in this house.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? If you broken up for like 3 months type shit. You see what I'm saying? Because, 3 months ain't going to be all reactionary. You see what I'm saying?
No, it all is. See, like, the way I think of it is like, we, and like, it's mostly men, but we're so possessive in nature, we think this person belongs to us. And we think because we built up with this person that their story is intertwined with ours, and it's not.
Yeah.
So her reaction to the shit you more than likely put her through is justified. And it's not your business. But like we so possessive that we say it's our business. You know what I'm saying? I put her through this shit so she found an escape. Her escape is my business.
Made her the victim of this situation.
Yeah, that's why.
I mean, anything
her because of some shit she did. Like, what the fuck?
Anything. It's none of nobody's
work
business.
too.
It's none of, like that's what I'm saying. I'm doing my thing because I'm reacting.
Yeah.
Okay, you had a chance to be in this household. I'm gonna react to it.
Because
so don't hold me accountable to that. You could still come to your family again. That line undefeated.
I know if me and wifey break up, I'm using all the rest of the dick I got left.
Trust me, I
hope she's not listening to this.
Shout out to wife.
But look, look at it from this point,
especially
divorce. When you see it in Hollywood. Yeah, we know Hollywood ain't reality, but most of the times when you get back with a woman, if you fucked up, it's because you done went and did some extra shit to get her back. You see what I'm saying? She could have already been in another situation where she said, okay, he might have changed and came back with you. It's good for you to know that she was in that situation. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're in a situation when you get back with her, next thing you know what I'm saying, she's pregnant.
Well, Hollywood is a box, though, so I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying.
You use Hollywood because Hollywood is a box. So,
but Hollywood is a box that shows a lot of people what to do in certain situations. You see what I'm saying? Hollywood shows you how to go back and get your woman back. You know what I'm saying? By doing some old extra ass shit.
But they all fucking each other. If I'm getting back with my woman and she's telling me that she had sex with so and so, that's when it starts fucking with my head. I would be fucked up. And I don't know if
I'm not talking about that petty shit. I'm just talking about the feeling shit. Like, who were you? Were you talking to someone for a good deal of time to where you could have had feelings to where this guy is here now?
That's not your business, though. It's not your place anymore. In a relationship, that's your place.
If 100%. We're getting back together, I need to know that information, though.
Yeah, you need, like, I mean, it's good to know, but like the context is like, yo, you had an opportunity to not let that happen.
All right, no, I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying, getting back together, we need to know, what didn't happen over this last, and I'm not saying it, I just need to know what she's what she done did. It's the same thing with me.
Oh no,
you know what I'm saying? Me telling her, okay, I done met this chick. You know what I'm saying?
So like, okay, so let's say me and I have a girlfriend. Me and my girlfriend dating, we break up.
Yeah.
I fuck her coworker.
Shout out to you.
But she doesn't. I don't know it's her coworker.
Future high,
right? So then I go to, let's say this it's a job, a party or some shit like that. I walk to the party and it's her coworker that I fucked, and I'm like, oh shit.
What you doing?
Now is that her business?
It's none of nobody's business. Look, like it's a possessive spirit that men have that are like, this woman's identity is intertwined with mine. It's not.
But in my example,
at this
point, it'd be her being the possessive person.
It ain't nobody's business. Outside of a relationship, because you got to look at it like, look at all these people that's mad about somebody cheating and they leave. Do you ever see them happy again?
Yeah.
Who?
I don't know, but they be happy.
Okay, good evidence, nigga. Name these people that you encourage them to leave a situation and they leave and they happier.
Name someone that is happy after they got cheated on, outside of Beyonce.
Nigga, Michael Jordan wife. Every
they got money.
Exactly.
In that situation, money.
Exactly. No.
Yeah, there was money. They weren't so leaving that bank.
Going back to what Ant said, that's the context we apply to our lives because we see that money is the comfortability that their relationship is built on.
Yeah.
So they'll take somebody back for cheating because their foundation is money and it's going to be there. We'll take somebody back for cheating because our foundation is compatibility.
I don't know about
we need somebody. Trust me, every bitch I dealt with and took me back for some shit. And I'm not nothing special.
I thought you said we as niggas.
Oh, no. I'll probably take a bitch back. I doubt it.
Like I say, everybody, you get back with a broad you done broke with.
She a black queen before she cheat. I'm
Billy. She pregnant. You gonna want to know if she was fucking with somebody a month ago. If she a month pregnant, point blank, period.
No, I gotta recognize, cause look, and this is what I think. I don't think I'm smart enough.
I don't give a
all right, that baby come out white, nigga.
All right, peep this.
I'm gonna know you pregnant. I'm gonna know get pregnant. Like, that's gonna come out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna know this not my motherfucking baby.
Oh, but what if you don't know though? Is the point?
I keep track of every female motherfucking period cycle. Every single one.
He got his shit in the Excel calendar.
Cycle app.
Listen. This is
Ovulation app.
This was her week.
That nigga just scratching out calendars in Walmart.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck? I gotta write this Thursday down somewhere.
So when you come back,
Nigga playing fantasy football with bitches, periods.
when you come back, I know where that shit was at. So your period not here. I ain't get checked.
But just because she came back to you, it don't mean she done dealing with somebody else either.
You right.
It's a transition.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, like, unless you married, every single one of these females is dealing with the potential of 60 niggas at a time. They can't go to the gas station.
Still, the potential.
So you telling me you can make a woman mad? She go pump her own gas, and this nigga come out, hey baby, let me pump the gas.
Yeah.
She gonna react to it, and that's not your business.
Trip me out how he just changed his voice like he ain't a man. He went to a manlier voice. You know?
Oh, that's, but no, I'm not a gas pumping creep. I figure they sound like. I figure the
gas pumping niggas have deep voices.
Get yourself cologne and shit. Hey, my man, hey baby, you
But
want
with
cologne?
some,
Eddie Murphy say, "Why you crying?"
But with some chicks, that's all it takes. Like, even if y'all in a relationship, and I think that's probably one of the things that I could do better in mine, right? Is I'm in a relationship, but am I truly catering? You know what I mean? Sometimes
we get into another conversation.
No. Sometimes, like, because you're in a relationship so long, comfortability arises. You know what I mean? So it stops being like you guys are growing together, and it almost starts to become like
existing.
Exactly, like a brother sister, not to the extreme, but almost like a brother sister relationship.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? And then I'm not saying this is me, but I'm saying I can work better on it. But say this has been going on for months and months and months. It may only take a nigga to pump her gas for her to be like,
she gonna react.
Man, I don't give a fuck. Why do we care about that shit? If you move on, move the fuck on.
Exactly. It's none of my business.
I don't give a fuck.
Thank you.
Yeah, but again,
you're talking about a break. We talking about getting back together after the breakup.
I don't think
you see what I'm saying. And I think it's respectful for both parties to say, okay, like I say, none of the petty shit. I'm not gonna tell you if I fucked the broad that I met at the club, whatever, because that don't mean nothing. But if I was talking to old broad, you know what I'm saying, whatever, for 2 months over the last 3 months, I'm gonna let you know I'm talking to old broad for 2 months. I'm gonna let you know she exists.
But I don't think it's that, because the context, the foundation you building with her is antagonizing your chick. Like, you're not building nothing real over there. You just going for the version of you're not my girl.
Over there has nothing to do with it. I'm talking about going forward, building with your girl.
So going back,
let her know what you've been doing, so that she knows going forward. Okay, this broad existed. That's all I'm talking about.
It's the co-worker argument.
This is my question though. If I'm fucking with somebody within the 2 months or the 3 months we was broke up.
Yeah.
It's your business because of what? My name ain't on your motherfucking birth certificate. Nothing I do is your business.
But again, male ego, it's like I feel like I own you.
It's
right?
not an ego.
So,
I get that.
So if we come back, I want to know what you've done.
Why?
You want to know because you possess it.
Fuck what she did.
Nobody wants to admit it.
Why is what I did her like that's not your business? Because if this woman is coming back and I know I love you, okay, I was catching feelings for this chick, but I love you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her know, like, look, what we had is over because she's coming back.
Yeah.
So that's over with. So she don't need to know about you because you gone.
But you speaking from a point of view where you're saying, oh, I'm gonna let this person go. It don't mean that she's gonna let that person go and just say what you just said about the broad you messed with.
She's supposed to let her go too. You gotta let him. You supposed to let him go. I'm supposed to let this person go when we decided that we finna be back together.
Look,
but does it ever work
this is the
that
way I feel.
though?
I feel like even initially when we got with our significant others initially, when we first started talking to them, they could have been talking to 2-3 other people at the same time.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the same thing that happens in
reactionary.
this situation. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so when you first got with your wife, who she was talking with within the time of talking to you, did that matter?
It didn't matter to me going forward, but I knew who she was talking to. You see what I'm saying?
Y'all just like to tell each other business.
Y'all basically.
I'm just saying again. Our situation is unique because we talked on the phone for an entire month before we even met.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So it's unique in our situation.
See, like I was
you see what I'm saying?
I was talking to Jake and I was talking to
you.
I was talking to you, so I'm having phone conversation with 3 of y'all.
And you dirty Mac and all the other 2 niggas the whole time.
But it ain't her telling you that. Then I'm saying coming back we're not talking like.
Okay, I respect you saying come back. If I'm gonna live with you,
coming back,
then I need to know that you didn't get raw dog last week.
Split up
I got you.
We're coming back and we're trying to build this further so that we don't break up for another 3
I
months.
need to know
this is what I'm talking about.
This nigga not been playing my 2K.
Basically, you understand me?
Like how I'm in the playoffs already.
I've had an issue in the past where I was with a girl, we broke up for a little while. She started messing with some other dude. We got back together, and she caught feelings for the dude. Dude was still there.
How long's the breakup? How long's the playoff?
We've broken up for maybe a month.
30 days.
But he stayed there though. I didn't know until later. She was didn't catch feelings like throughout the month. He was still there. I didn't know about it, and then I found out later on through her friend when we broke up. Well, I found out that she was cheating, but her friend was like, "Oh, that's the dude that was there when you guys broke up."
Yeah.
That's how. And then she just stayed there.
Because you may be saying you have to. You may be the.
That's why you need to know that, just in case like I say, she come out pregnant. You know that me, may be the possibility of being old boy's child too. You see what I'm saying? So but like I say, if y'all gonna build something stronger, y'all, you wouldn't have no problem letting each other know. Okay, been talking to this dude for 2 months.
But that's why you're
like I say, I'm not talking about the petty shit. I gotta, make sure that's understood. You know what I'm saying?
The random nigga she just gave head to.
Yeah, that don't fucking matter.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
See, I don't.
That's the part that matters to me.
Hey, Skinny, I'm with you. Hey, I need to know who DMs you replied to. Like, I need to know the little sneaky shit
for my
that might be a behavior.
I think for my purposes, and a lot of men, they ask this woman this question, not for the truth, but just to hear, I didn't do nothing.
How bad did you want to suck a dick if you sucked the dick right after the breakup? Anyways,
it's a reaction.
That's the reactionary shit that
TGT broke up.
Point blank. Period.
Yeah, but I just don't.
A lot of women gonna do some shit out of hurt for sure.
I don't know if I could. We break up and then we have a conversation. We're in the process of getting back together. I don't know if I could take her back if she was just out there.
Guess what? You can.
But you wouldn't.
Because this is why you can. This is why you can.
I don't think I could.
Okay, so your idea of this woman, like before you even know the possibility exists of her cheating, your idea of this woman has already built you up to the point where you think you can't live without her. So her confirming a possibility ain't gonna do shit to who you think she is. She's still the same person, but the same person that made a mistake. Now, if you took these vows and stuff and y'all supposed to last forever, a mistake shouldn't fuck that up. No, it's about a commitment. Now, if you saying we'll be together forever, we'll be together through this, but a mistake fuck us up, y'all not gonna build.
Mistake means like you got 6, 7.
Reaction.
At that point, you made a bad decision in who you chose.
It's a mistake.
But at the same time, is it even a mistake if y'all was broken up?
To me, no.
That's not a mistake.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No. I said
but then it goes back to his point. A lot of men, like it's easier to sit here and say what we would and what we wouldn't do, but a lot of men, are possessive.
Oh yeah.
So it's hard for us to take this. It's hard for us to take this information and be like,
but
okay, baby, let's move on.
No, it's hard for us because like the possessive nature understands like this unilateral thing with a woman. Okay, so we like if she belongs to me. And that's connected to my identity. She can't belong to me and another nigga at the same time.
Yeah.
And so I don't have the whole of my identity. I gotta remove that nigga from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the problem is if your woman falls for someone else.
But see, that's
because then it becomes women when they get their emotions involved. Their loyalty only go as far as their options, in my opinion.
You want her to fall for
somebody. And sometimes they'll get back with you because you're the better.
It's comfortable.
Yeah. Better environment. You know what I mean? They're in a better scenario, but they can't leave this person alone.
Once a woman catch feelings for a dude, she's going to be attached to that dude until she no longer has feelings. I don't give a fuck. If y'all broken up and she caught feelings for somebody over 2 months, she's not going to stop talking to that person immediately as soon as y'all get back together. It's not going to happen. The feelings have to fade away the same way they came in.
Exactly.
Women tend to move off emotion. For the most part.
Absolutely.
Not every one of them, but
Absolutely.
a lot of them do. So if they're cheating, it's because of it's more than likely than because of a film.
Yeah. But sometimes all it takes is a simple inbox.
I mean, not cheating, but if they
a nigga pumping your gas, like to be like, oh, I'm worthy.
I look at it like it's like a crime of opportunity. It's like they cheating out of opportunity because they got a million niggas trying to talk to them all day, but the opportunity not real until they react to some shit you did. Because they can fuck niggas all day, every day if they want to, go inbox to inbox. But the opportunity doesn't exist until they react to some shit that you did to them.
Absolutely.
Personally.
How? I'm telling you, ask a woman to look in her inbox. It's 60 niggas in there right now.
For sure.
Hey, let me lick your foot for breakfast.
For sure. For sure, but
but as soon as you fuck up, that gives her.
She's gonna react.
It's not just because you fuck up. It can be the length of the relationship. It can be like, all right, like, oh, I don't care about this dude as much anymore. We're not this type of people anymore. Yeah. Then you start, all right, like these DMs are starting to look a lot more. Like,
well, that's when pleasurable. That's when
and y'all talk about the DMs as if it ain't what he said initially. It's that work husband shit.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Hey, that's me.
Yeah.
I'll be. Hey, I'm sorry.
That's next in line. Fuck the DMs.
Man, I'll be sharing love with y'all bitches. I don't even care, nigga.
Hey man, shout out to the dirty man.
But I mean, again, that's emotions attached.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're not gonna see some dude at the club. You don't look good. You're gonna have a less of a connection with that dude than the nigga who is a little overweight, but you talk to him every day at work. You know what I mean?
Man, let's just cheat on each other until we tired of ourselves.
Thank you. We ain't gonna have enough context to know when we not cheating.
Cheat on each other until we tired.
Thank you. Let's both niggas just have a complicated ass phone on our passwords, nigga, and not even try.
I'm not even trying to. We making shit too complicated. Go fuck on that nigga till you tired of him like you tired of me. And then we gonna eventually be like, you know what? We tired of these motherfuckers too. Let's go back and be tired.
And then we gotta sit down and put together a highlight tape of what we liked about the nigga.
In there.
So how many times can a man or a woman go through these situations before it becomes men ain't shit, women ain't shit? Now you're just walking around with it. That's part of your universe.
I think it depends on the audience.
I think women tend to say men ain't shit because they fuck with ain't shit niggas, right?
Yep.
Men, we will.
We say bitches ain't shit because collectively they not.
Yeah, we'll hold off on that, like on bringing someone in that ain't shit continuously.
How many solid bitches out of 10 would you say is like solid people?
Solid,
like humans that you'd be like, this is a good human.
What are we calling solid?
Yeah, that was just
a good person. And like
8 for 10, like 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Women? What kind of women? That's a good person that you'd be like, this person is a good person.
Depending on what y'all consider
also,
solid.
or what you surround yourself with, because I surround myself with very, very honorable women.
Also, a lot of people don't know themselves what they actually want out of a partner. And so they just go get with somebody just to be with somebody.
To fill the void. Yep.
They don't even know what the fuck they want out of a husband. You know what I'm saying? Or
they have an idea
or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? She look good, she make money, that's the one. You know what I'm saying?
So when it comes to men?
And then I'm talking about, I can only speak from, a man to a woman's, the kind of woman basically. You see what I'm saying? So then a man gets with a woman, right? And she don't keep the house clean, or she don't cook, or she don't do laundry, or she don't do any of this. And then they be upset. You know what I'm saying? Oh, she's not shit at that point.
Right,
but you didn't even know that that's what you wanted until that came up. You see what I'm saying? When you could have went and actually looked for someone and talked to them. When you're going through the dating stage and you're having your conversations, this is the kind of shit that could have been brought up in conversations to see if this is the one for you. Now, if she goes and says, oh yeah, I do this, I do that, and then she comes into the relationship and she don't do none of that, at that point, she ain't shit. But if she never said she does these type of things that you want her to do, you see what I'm saying? Then there ain't no way you can say that she ain't shit in that situation. You see what I'm saying? When you never brought it up to her.
Women actually have a set out plan or a process to who they choose when it comes to dating.
Mm-hmm.
Men, we tend to just be like, well, she stuck through the fact that I sucked 2 dicks when we broke up. But I'm fucking around. But for real, like women tend to have a checklist that they go off of. Men, we don't have a checklist like that.
I think it's because
on average,
everyone has a checklist.
So Pete, I'm gonna tell you, it's two different. It's 2 different perspectives, right? We got 2 different value sets. Women, their whole outlook is that they need somebody to support them. We need somebody that'll validate us. So there are 2 different schools of thought, right? So that's what they're looking for the entire time is a support system. So when they say men aren't shit, that means that they're blaming the man for not supporting what they're lacking in life. When men say women ain't shit, it's because we need that validation. It's because I can't find somebody to display the consistency that I can build this with. So it's just 2 different value sets.
I don't agree with that completely. I agree with the some of that, but not all of it. Just because I don't think every man is sitting there going, she ain't shit because she didn't make me feel some type of way.
It's not every man, but it's biologically, it's like how we make our decisions, how we feel supported. It's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs of like how we feel support. We feel support different than women do because they feel it by like comfort. He can protect me. We feel it by the validation. She's not going to leave
So
me.
what is your basis on the fact that out of 10 women, what's your basis on the fact that out of 10 women you said that how many of them ain't shit? You put a lot of numbers.
Okay, exactly, because the women like in this generation, they're looking for validation that can be bought. So the women that
That's always been that way though.
That's what I'm saying. That's why that number's different. The man, like in society, in terms of like what a man wants, what his ambitions are, they're not necessarily like instinctive towards a woman at all. We'll take a woman that'll validate us over time, but we don't need a woman. They need a man to feel appreciated.
So that makes them ain't shit because of that.
No. It makes them ain't shit because they tie those values together. So that's where it's a full circle conversation. So if they're saying men ain't shit because they won't give me X, Y, Z, then they ain't shit. Absolutely. And there's a lot more of them than there are of us.
But that's generalizing why they're saying we ain't shit. That's they're not giving us all this shit. That's a generalized statement.
That's what the argument is it's like when we do it, it's just based off of that, like they can't give us a consistency to validate us over time.
The argument is just the narrative of women ain't shit, men ain't shit. How when does it get old? Or like what?
Oh, it's already old. Old in the motherfucker.
It's old in the motherfucker.
But that's like I say, to me, it's because people aren't communicating for one, what they need, and like I said, I don't think people even understand.
But
exactly?
You can't get a full perspective in 150 characters. And so the majority of us learn from each other now through text and fucking
technology.
That's it.
Yeah. So
it's, sometimes these kids growing up, they don't even know what the fuck their values are because it's a microwave society. Everything keeps coming. Now, why would I need to learn about you when I just seen this other nigga and he's mad fine? Or why do I need to learn about you where I'm trying to get at this bitch now because her body is banging?
Because if their support system is set up on, their support system is set up on like that physical validation where she got this, she went there, then you able to validate her faster. So she gonna choose the person that's able to bring her to that quicker.
But if we're using,
women choices are trash. Women are the worst draft picks. Women are way worse at draft picks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Women are the worst GM, nigga. They've been managing the Browns for a decade.
The Cleveland Browns.
Because they
the Lions. There's the Lions and the Browns came out with a little league team. They had 51s, nigga.
They would know that the man that they're choosing ain't shit.
Yeah. Correct.
Be happy that he's telling them that he's ain't shit.
Correct.
And pray that they can change him. You're trash. You're trash.
Absolutely.
Because you didn't went through all this. He ain't shit from the beginning. You knew he wasn't shit before you gave him some pussy.
Yeah.
And then you decided, you know what? I'm tired of this nigga. He ain't shit.
No.
I'm tired of dealing with the ain't shit that you got yourself into.
She tired of that flavor of ain't shit.
Right.
She always gonna have a desire.
She gonna go choose the next ain't shit. So
because she needs support.
So she gonna deal with the thug ain't shit for a minute.
Yep.
Then she gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna go deal with the nigga that got a good job. And then she gonna be, oh wait, good job ain't shit either.
Yep.
And then she gonna go try the corporate ain't shit.
Yep.
Now she gonna be like, well fuck it. This nigga ain't shit, but he can pay all my bills. He can buy me a car. He can take care of my kids. I'm gonna deal with the ain't shit that got the most money now.
And I think that the reason that it's in opposition is because you saying I'm not shit because I'm not doing a lot of stuff for you. So that's not an incentive for me to want to do anything for you.
Facts.
So
again, I don't think that's why women are saying you ain't shit. I think women are saying you ain't shit because even though it's their fault why they're dealing with the ain't shit nigga, they're saying niggas ain't shit because niggas ain't shit.
No,
man, how niggas ain't shit? Okay, so what is feminism like?
Nigga.
Why y'all want equal wages if we ain't shit?
No.
Why y'all want to be the president if we ain't shit?
I'm not going to say names. I know a nigga that had a girlfriend at a party.
Okay.
And she was downstairs.
Okay, calm down.
What was you doing upstairs? My bad. What was that person doing upstairs in the bathroom while she was downstairs? That's what I mean by niggas ain't shit because
that was before I say it.
Because how many times?
Gender,
no, for sure. But how often does that happen with dudes? How often does that happen with women?
How often do we see
never again between us?
Oh no, that's what my argument.
So now you can't get mad at me if
no.
I've been telling you I'm not shit.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for nothing. I don't want you for shit. Yeah. I'm finna deal with all. I'm finna do what the fuck I'm finna do. I'm not shit.
Yeah, no. I'm not arguing the fact that they're not setting themselves up for failure. I'm saying that they have a stance on why they can say that. On the average,
you don't have you don't have a stance if you allowing this.
At some point,
you have no stance. Like even if I'm choosing a woman, if I'm choosing a female that's not shit, like she's telling me like I'm not shit, I'll fuck your homeboy, I'll do this, I'll do that, and I'm like, you know what though, I'm gonna change you, baby.
No.
You'd have done it. You'd have done it.
But at some point,
exactly.
At some point,
my dick is good enough to change you.
Yeah, no. But the my argument is not that we're like her changing the nigga that ain't shit. That's not the issue. Okay, we aren't shit, right? I'm not arguing.
I ain't shit.
That's what I'm saying. Like they have a basis to that argument, but they tend to fuck with them type of niggas anyways.
Because they fuck with a type of style. That's what it is. See, your job is to figure out, for one, what half of the puzzle you are, so that you know what other half of the puzzle to go out there and seek. And neither one knows. You see what I'm saying? So there's a reason why a lot of couples do better, when they start, when they get married, 40, the remarriages, basically. You know what I'm saying? I've been married, once or twice, and now I'm marrying this guy, and I'm 45, and they go out and do better because now they know what fucking side of the puzzle they're on.
They need less validation.
So what?
They've gone through enough life, and they've gone through enough partners where they say, "I don't need this validation." So when they're saying men ain't shit, it's because the opposite, what's on the other end of men ain't shit, is a void. It's like, you're not shit because you didn't give me this. Yeah. Once they get 40, they got their own shit. I don't need this. I got a cat.
What Skinny said is that you allow them, or they allow us to be ain't shit. Even when they don't allow us, we find a way to. We just sneaky. We get a little sneakier. We and that's with anyone, but we will find a way to be ain't shit.
That's when I agree with it. Me personally, I'm not into that. I'm gonna tell you what I am and what I'm not, and you're gonna get this. And I'm not gonna play with you in no way. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna play with it in no way. That's when you fuck just being you ain't shit as a person, individual. You ain't gonna be shit to that woman. Yeah. You ain't gonna be shit to your family. Mm-hmm. You just ain't shit. That's just in your mindset. You're so.
But
how many kids don't have fathers compared to how many kids don't have mothers?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. On average, men ain't shit compared to women.
How many?
That's a different argument.
You still gotta have context in that argument.
That's a different argument.
I think what's unfortunate.
But still, though, that's what I'm saying.
Niggas not really going to get cigarettes and never coming back.
I think what's unfortunate is when it becomes your reality. Our experiences shape our reality, right?
Yep.
I always say our experiences shape our reality, even if it's a false sense of. And so you have men and you have women walking around with this narrative because it's their experience.
Yeah.
But that's not actual reality.
It is.
But that's what you can only go off of your experience.
And what did they learn from that experience?
But that's
the thing about it.
You don't want to learn
what they learned from that experience and move it in a different direction.
You don't want to learn. You don't want to learn because the victim mentality is fucking like the most expensive Tempur-Pedic mattress. Mm-hmm. It feels good for everyone to feel sorry for you. But the problem is that you let these experiences shape your reality when it's not reality, and then when there's someone that comes around that is good for you, you don't know how to react to it, and now you're running off niggas that may be good for you. Now you're running off chicks that can bring balance to your life, because that's the most unfortunate part.
Your value system is based off of tangible shit, shit that comes and goes. So if you don't have a value system or foundations that are based off of something empirical or something you can grow with, you just gonna keep finding a temporary nigga with something shiny over and over again.
And another thing about these relationships, people putting too much motherfucking, I don't even got the fucking word for it. You putting too much on the sexual part of it, period. Oh, she cheated, I'm gone. Understand that if your wife can't cook, you can go out and grab something to eat.
Yeah.
She can't do laundry, you can go bring some shit to the cleaners. You see what I'm saying? But your wife can't fuck. Oh, you can't go fuck nobody else? You see what I'm saying? They put so much on that shit that it's absolutely fucking ridiculous.
A lot of us,
you say you ain't shit based on fucking with somebody else, although you do everything that they want you to do as a man.
Correct. You check off 99 out of 100 boxes, but you're not shit because the one thing they need support in, you don't apply to.
But that's the reason why. That's the reason why.
A lot of us run around here, women, they run around here stigmatized. A lot of dudes run around here addicted to the pussy. And we allow that to cloud what love is to us. Yeah. So because we love the sex,
No, we don't
It's
see like
love. And
see,
then
like
once
that's
that
the
shit die down, it's like, damn, this bitch ain't worth nothing.
that's the primitive notion. Like we got this primitive mindset that we want to blame it on sex. It's not sex. It's like we don't want to be alone. Okay, so it's the compatibility of like I would rather a trash bitch than to jerk off 3 days a week. So let me like make this life comfortable with this trash bitch because it's better than jerking off. Like that's all it is. It's compatibility. It's like we need somebody there. We need somebody that'll do X, Y, and Z with us. Because niggas, we don't want our girlfriend to do nigga stuff. We don't want to do friend stuff with our girl. But they want to do that with us because they have a different type of connection to us than we do to them.
I think you're going off of how you personally feel because I don't think the average guy is going, I wonder if she's right for me when he's lonely.
I bet you the average guy is like it's not like Tinder is inventing niggas. There's niggas out there that have to fulfill this void.
Yes,
and they have to find somebody that's right for them.
They're not going off of compatibility. They're going off of is this bitch bad? Is this bitch bad? Yeah. Can I fuck her? Is she? And then they stay around.
It don't happen like that, man.
It does, man. That's why so many niggas there's literally people who just have Tinder.
Well, women do the
fucking
same thing.
Like products that just let them swipe right.
It's a physical attraction that's bringing motherfuckers together, and they not good for each other. And motherfuckers is too afraid to say in that dating stage, "Oh, we just not good for each other. We cool, but we not good for each other." I need something different.
There's a reason why divorce is at its highest, and it's always been at a high rate. I don't think people like.
But I think the divorce is that way is because people don't know what the fuck they want until they actually need that shit.
No,
yeah, but that's the compatibility.
Well, I can speak on that. I would
people
say
go off of emotion or they go off of how she looks.
From my perspective,
the first, I don't walk into. Let's say I go to a bar. I see a girl and I'm like, she looks like she likes Will Smith movies. Let's talk about this. No, it was her ass is fat. She has a summer dress.
No, because like what you do
in
is
December,
okay. So that's where your mindset goes. But like what you do as a human is you situationally assess the whole bar and you say this one looks like we might have the most in common out of everybody that's in here.
Oh no, that's not how.
Yeah, you don't go up to the first bitch and be like, that's the one I want. You go, okay, she look like she like niggas. She look like I can hang out with her.
You know how many niggas don't, even if
So
you don't look like.
looking for the female, they got the.
You looking for the one you can pull.
On t-shirt with you.
Nigga, if I found
nigga, so me and her,
yeah, she's
soulmate.
That's what I'm she drinking Heineken. I drink Heineken. That's the one.
Exactly.
She can be the bad bitch in a room full of nothing but white people. You're not gonna be like she fuck with niggas. You're gonna be like that's the baddest bitch in here.
No, you're gonna be like she look like she got the most in common with me. That's gonna be your first thought.
I disagree. That's not how that works. Me personally.
That's how y'all think it works. If y'all walk into any room,
when I was in,
you gonna talk to the black person.
When we was going to clubs, when I was the club dude, I'm not going to the club like. Yeah, I can tell by them flats.
Yeah.
She really did. I'm going to the club like, oh yeah, I see her ass cheek.
Yeah.
Right, but you don't go to the club to find women to date.
Okay.
So let's use a circumstance where that applies, like where you going to find a woman to date, where you immediately go to some sexual. You go to like the long-term shit with them. You just don't know you're doing it. You're like, okay, cool. She don't got a dirty ass car. She gonna keep my house clean. Like you look into that shit.
That's after.
Nah, you peep it.
Initially, it's all look.
We not cavemen. Like it's some white man somewhere that wrote a book and was like, y'all niggas is cavemen and all y'all like is big booties and big titties.
Off top, yes, that's all niggas like.
No, it's not.
For the short term.
I guarantee.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, then how is this?
Initially.
If niggas is so horny all the time, why all the niggas like? Cause I know how much pussy costs. All the homies pimp. Why niggas ain't buying pussy for $200? Why they going on $200 dates? If it's about sex, why are they spending the money to go on dates instead of buying pussy?
That's your ego speaking. I know I can get a bitch off of my personality or off my words rather than just paying for some shit. That's just an ego thing.
Why are people going on dates if it's about sex?
I just told you, it's an ego thing. But you think the average dude wants to just go, I just pay for some pussy.
I agree with that on terms of like social media.
Also, I'm sorry, real quick.
Go ahead.
$200 will let you fuck multiple times. When you pay for a prostitute, $20 will let you pay for.
That's about 5 fucks if my math is correct. $200.
That's what I'm saying.
40 times 5 is 200.
That's what I'm saying. On a date, that $200 might let you fuck 5 times
my
that
math
much.
is correct.
That's what I'm saying. I don't even know what Ruth Chris is.
If it's $40, to make the dang pussy you want. But
Hey, you know it's not a like Black Friday sale.
Yeah, like, so
she just got here. She got here 24 hours ago from Cuba. She don't have no idea how much $40 is.
Get this Super Nintendo pussy out my
She just got here from Panama. $40 a lot.
So I agree in terms of like social media.
Okay.
Because like I'm paying attention to what you're posting.
Exactly.
You've been my friend.
But like that's somebody you trying to date.
What you're posting. So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's more so my speed because of what she's posting. Like
Right.
I don't want to post the ones that's just talking about how she got 16.
Exactly.
Fucking everybody.
Yeah, I agree with you on
Exactly.
that sentiment too. But you know how many times I've seen niggas on there going, "Oh, I just be saying shit. This is social media."
Them niggas
Y'all
don't get
think
no
I'm
pussy.
serious?
It is niggas like that.
And that's so it's bitches like that too.
Because
No,
if we get turned down, we have the option to say, "Oh, I was just playing."
Exactly.
But if you take it for face value, I'm running with that every single fucking time.
but women do the same shit though.
I
They do
agree.
the same
But
thing.
I agree. But this is what makes me engage into a conversation with you. It's certain
The
things.
substance.
And now when I get into a conversation
It's
with
what you guys have
I know
connectivity on.
I know now. I kind of like what Ant was saying in the beginning. Now I kind of know your likes and dislikes. Now I done learn some shit about you.
So now you guys have a connection established. It's not sexual.
That's why I feel like it's 8 out of 10 women that like only the 2% is only the 20% is ain't shit. I feel like the rest damn near is looking for a man to
I agree.
Take care of everything.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree right there too. I believe like, you know, a good 80% of women, you know, are about something, but it still doesn't mean that, you know, anyone in that 80% is still
80.
compatible with you.
For sure.
But I'm talking about something.
80
You
is
know what I'm
like
saying?
on a football field, nigga, everybody but the cornerbacks. Like 80.
No, but see, that's what I'm saying, 80 for sure. Because look,
I say 57.
I say about 30.
This could be the way I'm picking. Maybe y'all just picking foul. This could be the way I'm picking. The way I'm picking it is I kind of understand what type of woman you are. You fit for me.
Okay. So you're talking about in the context of your life.
Yeah,
Okay.
the concept of the way I'm picking. I'm not just picking for who I want to fuck. So I'm not.
I got you.
I'm not getting.
So they already got the upper hand because you already checked the compatibility.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. All right, if a woman is she working full time, right, and she's going to school. Let's say she's going to school for nursing. Is she somebody that ain't shit? Would y'all call her ain't shit?
What?
CNA.
No, I'm saying if she's working full time and she's going to school for nursing,
I've seen a bitch
you're
get
not
one
gonna
off
call
a
her. You're not gonna call her ain't shit off of face value, okay?
But
if she's outside the house for 16 hours, you know what I'm saying, and I'm outside the house 16 hours, we're not compatible. So even though she may not be, you know, somebody that ain't shit, you know what I'm saying? She still ain't shit for me. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Basically, that's what I'm saying. You gotta know what you need first before you go out there looking for somebody else. That's what I'm saying.
If bitches were
scrubs in Spanish means hope.
If it was 50% bitches one shit, there'd be a lot more pussy being thrown around me. That's
what you mean? This is the easiest era.
On fucking though. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about life in general. Somebody going to school and working full time. It ain't no way I'm calling them ain't shit.
Okay, and this is my point though.
Yeah.
Like I get that, right?
Yeah.
You're coming from the point where you're actually learning about someone, right?
I'm coming from the point where you knowing what you want out of somebody in relate. I'm talking about when I first brought this up, I'm talking about people that have been in relationships calling their partners ain't shit. Not just going out calling random women ain't shit.
So you're
what I'm
talking
saying?
about
I was with
the
him, but he
personality
ain't shit,
shows,
so
yeah.
you know, whatever. That nigga ain't shit.
Like okay, so
that's what I'm talking about.
Even if you go that direction,
okay.
Right? Relationships these days go so fucking fast. Like you fucking, then you fucking, then you fucking, then y'all dating, then y'all going out, then y'all going out, then y'all going out,
Yep.
then the pictures, then social media, then y'all in a relationship on social media, then y'all moving in with each other. Y'all done did all of this before you guys learn each other.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when the honeymoon phase fades away, and now the mask come off, now you like, oh, this.
Don't nothing stick.
But
That's kind of what y'all was talking about some months ago, where y'all were talking about, you know what I'm saying, whether or not you could still be in a relationship with somebody if you weren't having sex. And if you actually built a relationship on solid shit, then you could still be in a relationship with somebody and not have sex with them quite as often and still be happy in that relationship. That's how you know you built a good relationship.
I think I think sex shouldn't affect it as much as time does. I feel like people tend to rush into shit, and then that's what affects everything more than anything else.
Timing is crucial for sure.
If you don't give yourself time to get to actually know this person, because I feel like you won't be your true self until after all that shit is passed.
I think
you're still living off a high for a while, and even after that, you still don't want to rub people wrong for a certain amount of time.
I think it's the opposite. I think it's like it's not time. It's more of like an openness to your vulnerability. You know what I'm saying? You can meet somebody, you could have all the time in the world, and you just building up lie after lie. But it's when that person, like when you're most vulnerable with that person, when you can say, yeah, me and this person are close, or me and this person actually built something. Because I done been with bitches for a long time that don't know who I am really.
Yeah.
Everybody done did that where like this person don't know the real you or they don't know this side of you. And all you want more than anything is this person to connect with you on that level.
But I also feel
But
like
time will validate that.
Yeah.
And that's why like women get so hurt because time validated it instead of substance.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
but you can sit there and meet someone the night of something, like let's say you're drunk and you're openly vulnerable. You meet this chick, you fuck that night.
Right.
You're not gonna care as much after that.
It depends. It depends on what y'all conversation was.
I mean, you can be
Depends on what make
vulnerable
y'all-
is important.
It depends on what makes y'all have a connection going forward at that point.
That's why I've always been into. I can't get into a relationship with you once I fuck. If I'm into you, we can't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I can't.
Because then it's what the routine that happen over and over again, right?
Already did.
Yeah.
Already did. What else you gonna do?
That's just my argument with that is you can meet someone and be vulnerable and be like, this is what happened.
I don't
got
like
raped when
the-
I was
no.
3, and then and then fuck, and then not want to talk to this person again, just because you were open with who you've been.
Vulnerability is not all just being expressive. I'm talking vulnerability in terms of like your time, vulnerability in terms of like your emotional attachment, vulnerability in terms of like how you're patient with somebody.
But that's
like,
all time.
There are
That
varying degrees of
in
vulnerability.
today's society, that kind of vulnerability is very rare.
And that's why that goes back to Lil's thing. That's why the divorce rate is up because we don't share that express connectiveness with each other where it says, hey, this hurts me and pushes me away. We just say I'm gone. Okay, that's the difference. We don't say I'm being pushed away. We say I'm gone. It's too late. It's binary. I'm either here or I'm out.
Yeah.
Because we don't have the patience. We don't develop it. We don't develop that vulnerability to say, okay, these are this person's triggers. This is what makes this person not want to be.
But you don't know if you can deal with those unless you have time. You don't know. You can sit there and deal with this shit for now because, oh, this is new. Oh, this guy's different. Oh, and then after 2 years of dealing with it, you're like, I can't do this anymore.
Right. No, so like it's not mutually exclusive. I agree with you. Like time plays a factor into it, but also the level of vulnerability. If a bitch tell you on the date one that like, yo, I do heroin, guess what? You don't need time to know that you don't need to be with this person, right?
Yeah.
But that vulnerability is what established like that mindset that like, yo, this person's not gonna connect with me.
No, if someone said that, yo, I do heroin, and you're like, maybe I could work with this.
Maybe you can't. If that's the worst thing somebody do.
And after 2 years, you're like, I thought I could work with this. I couldn't, right? Like, but
Don't nobody do heroin for 2 years straight though. She'd be dead way before that.
Let's say you choose.
Her ass would be dead in February.
Let's say
dead as a doorknob. You give her 5 months straight of heroin, that dog food to have her dead.
Let's say you choose.
Heroin has been doing it for 20 years.
Let's say you choose to marry this person.
Not going on dates. Cause like you know you show out for the bitch. Like here I get you some extra dog food. Come on, let's go to movies.
Let up doing the Thriller dance.
Let's say you choose to marry this person in the first 6 months, even after knowing that, thinking that this is because everything else is working fine. You can deal with this. 2 years later, you're like, oh no, I thought I could. I can't. That's my point. Giving yourself time, giving yourself time to actually understand the relationship, who you guys are, and what this is. I think it builds for a better or a longer lasting relationship.
That's why I'm never for people trying to give an exact time when someone should be married. Like putting a time limit on some shit like that is the reason why shit is so fucked up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? If I have a certain, say what the norm is like 2 to 3 years.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 2 to 3 years is not enough to completely learn someone.
But check this out though. Like like we was talking about earlier, there's 2 different like systems of validation. So like for her, she needs longevity and support. So if she give you 5 years of her life and you don't give her the one thing she asks you for, you fucking off her whole life. That's why she's so connected to that longevity. So like y'all got 2 different like psyches going into this, and you like, yo, you can't put a date on it, and she's like, nigga, I can't step into it without one.
Yeah, but at the same time though, if she's but okay. With that being said though, if you as a person you don't like being forced into situations, then that's where it conflicts.
Nah, cause like that's the one. Like you got to think it's about like. Life is not about equality, it's about balance.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so like most people want this equality, like we make this decision together. No. If this decision you make impacts what I consider tolerable in a partner, then we make that decision together. You can't just make that decision. That's where the longevity comes from, but like people are so possessive they don't let that build out.
No, okay, but I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, but that's where let's say that all right, you've given her everything that that she's asking for, not everything that she's asking for, but everything's working out, but the fact that you didn't propose to her. At that point, you're choosing to be unhappy about this one thing if I as a man is being we're meeting in the middle for everything else.
Right.
So at the same time, if I can't give you that and that's what you want to focus on, then that's the issue that you're built.
Nah, that's not the focus. It's more of a like you take care of me and I'm gonna take care of us. So like if you get that one, like if we can get this one thing straight, like you can just I'm gonna do whatever this house need. I'm gonna do whatever you need emotionally, socially. If you just keep me on track so that my life is at this point the way that I forecasted it to.
So
be.
that's almost what quid pro quo, right? What you do something for me and I do something for you. And that's not a good thing to have in a relationship.
No, it's not. But that's what guarantees the balance.
But it's like he said, he'll grow from that. So okay, she wanted to be married within 5 years. He don't want to commit to that. You know what I'm saying? Now he knows going forward. All right, the next chick I need to talk to.
We got to get that up front.
Who ain't necessarily on a timeline as far as getting married.
Yep.
Okay. I thought he meant he'll grow from that in the marriage. Like,
no. At that point, he learned something about himself as far as what he needs for a relationship going forward.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
I'm thinking you meaning like you're going to grow within that. Like,
yeah.
You're
going to get married, nigga. You're going to grow.
You're eventually going to be like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You've been here for 5 years, so let me go ahead.
You're gonna be in the moment, but like once that runs its course, the next person you run into, you're gonna be like, okay, I gotta talk to her on the first date about like what your timetable is, because like it was too diverse from my view on the last one.
But only reason just because if you're 20, we've been dating for 5 years, and you're like, I want to get married. I think you guys still don't even know who you are at this early age.
But
think about BC at 25 getting married with someone that he was with for 5 years, right? Like who you are. Look who you are now. That's a completely different person from who you were 5 years ago.
Right, but listen to this though. Like this is how I view it, because like when you're selling yourself to somebody, the person I am now was telling these bitches I was finna be somebody, and I didn't get the support back then. You know what I'm saying? So now that like I am somebody now, well, I mean like I didn't have somebody that was willing to speak to my vision the way that it is now in fruition, where they can actually like walk the path with me. Yeah. So like their values were so low then that they would give up on me because I didn't have the thing to give them in return, which is the notoriety, the success. I couldn't buy them shit.
See, if I didn't know you, I would believe. There's a lot. I know you too much to know this is bullshit.
I had some C-list bitches, so like, like I got some, but like they not nothing to write home about.
Yeah. So this sounds good on paper. I'll say this shit.
Nah, I'm playing.
So when y'all how many of us are single here?
3 of us.
I'm single.
I got.
Oh, never mind. 2 of us. Never mind. You're not single anymore.
I just gonna have somebody get mad if they heard me answer a different way.
Never mind.
Okay, so
I'm so used to
well back
saying that,
because this is how I speak like way back in the day.
Yeah.
Preface that.
Way back.
So when you was getting at chicks way back in the day,
when it was cool to just go and dance on them at the club with no sexual harassment.
What?
Oh yeah, that's way back.
Okay.
Like even have you
just grab them by the back of their shoulder?
Have y'all ever come across chicks that
say with your chest, bitches?
You can say bitches. Like I'm all women ain't bitches for the ones that's mad at me right now.
Have y'all ever get at chicks that like say y'all taking them out whining and dining them and all that shit, but they're so entitled they were asking for even more? Or have y'all ever dealt with
the story of my life. That's these new bitches, they want so and that's what I'm saying, women and bitches, because women, y'all are uplifting, y'all are beautiful, y'all are powerful, y'all are endearing, y'all are maternal. There are women out there that are strong, that move the world. I'm talking about the ones that go to social media to get validation. Those are bitches, okay? If you get validation off of a website, you're a bitch. You're not a woman. You don't got an identity to me. You're not endearing. You're not doing nothing for my community. You're not uplifting me.
Let me say,
okay, it's women and bitches.
The only reason I say bitches is the same reason that Dave Chappelle said it. It's because it's fucking funny to say. Not because I'm trying to demean you, ladies or women. Okay. I respect all
like you using it.
Women.
You're using it like they're like you can intermingle. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of.
You're using it like they're interchangeable.
No way to say that.
Like some women are bitches. No women are bitches.
I mean, like if a woman, if a bitch calls me a nigga, right? I don't have an issue with that. If my niggas call me a nigga, I don't have an issue with that. Or if her friends call her a bitch, yeah, bitch, you crazy. You don't have a problem with that.
Right.
I say it because it's funny.
Right. But then
they
have a
funny
problem.
To hear out of my mouth, bitch.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm
not, and I would never call a woman I was about to say I would never call a bitch a bitch. I would never call a woman a bitch because I respect women too much. I just like the word because it's funny. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like the black people and nigger thing. It's like there's women and bitches. There's black people and there's niggas. Like I come on here, I use the word bitch.
Not helping this argument, right?
Yeah, that was not helping my side. That's
what? What? I'm sorry. Hey, there is a segment. There's a segment of women. There's a segment of women in today's society that values don't align to the women before them, and I'm saying those are bitches.
This is the
I was going off of why I say it. He can have his reason. My reason is because I like the thought.
Okay, let me ask this question. Let me ask this question another way because this did not work.
Yeah.
So
I'm with it.
Say y'all get with a chick, right? And y'all whining and dining her and all that shit, but she giving y'all a bare minimum.
What you mean, like a little tuggy?
Like when you feeling like, have you ever felt entitled? Like
I'm entitled to more because I'm going all out for you.
I bought you the drink.
I got it.
Flowers. I did this. So I'm entitled to you. Not just the sex. Like I'm entitled to you. Like I'm entitled to be your motherfucking man. Like you can't choose nobody else because I'm doing all of this to prove that I'm the one you should have.
I don't think we can. I don't think there's enough stuff. You got to be the richest dude ever because it's always gonna be a nigga out there that can buy her the same thing. So you're never gonna be entitled because she just one request away.
I deserve some.
So guess what? It's 13 niggas in that same Red Lobster that'll buy the same meal for your girl.
What you might take as entitled, I might take different. I might say, look, I don't never buy no female dinner.
Right, so it's special for you. Like it's a thing, right?
I took you to dinner.
Okay.
I normally be like, meet me at the house.
Right.
So
that's something that needs to be communicated at that point. If you're like, I usually don't do this,
but you have
she should.
You have some people, male or female, like you have some females that be like, I stayed down 4 or 5 years.
Okay, yeah.
I'm entitled to you. And it's like, no, you're not. You don't own me.
But that's the same thing with the buying all that shit, doing all this stuff. If I buy a bitch a car, that's my decision.
I agree.
That's my decision. Whatever she does with that car or whatever happens, that was my dumb ass that bought that shit. I'm just saying, like, what? Because
that's a hell of paperwork.
That's why.
That's too much paperwork.
I said it because it's a lot of money. So if you give someone that much money or that much,
you got a free day to
that's
just
something that you choose.
You got to be at the dealership for like 6 hours.
That's like same thing with her. I stayed down. Cool. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, I don't feel entitled. If I was to take you out to dinner, you know what I'm saying, and all of that shit, I don't feel entitled to shit. Just, know if shit don't happen,
I think
happening again.
If I took you out to dinner and I didn't hit, in my mind, like if I took you out to dinner,
and on the rare occasion,
that sounded so trash. And that shit rolled right off on me.
If I signed
we're learning who Dante really is. I've known this Dante.
Look, if I took you out to dinner, shout out to all the chicks that listen to this, and I took you to dinner, they like me. But if I took you out to dinner, right, and I didn't hit, internally, I'm gonna be like, damn, this bitch ain't let me hit.
She owed me $60.
That's still entitlement. That doesn't mean I'm expressing it.
Okay.
But I'm still in my mind. I'm like, man, fuck
when I say if shit don't happen, I don't even mean just hit. Like, we don't set up another date. If you know what I'm saying, we don't take anything. If it don't progress from that point, it ain't happening again.
So there's two different types of dates that
there's not the what was the dude name on Players Club that was.
I gotta go home.
We can't act like it's not niggas like that.
Yeah.
If I ain't
gonna say. Obviously, I can only speak for myself. You're not gonna act like niggas like.
If I go home and I don't get a second date and I stay at the house and shit, I don't know what.
There's only two types. There's two types of dates for me, right? There's the one that let me get to know this person. I'm trying to get to know this person. I'm trying to know, figure out who she is. I'm trying to just build something. And then there's the let me do this shit so I can fuck real quick.
The going through the motions. That's my favorite one. You know how many times I've seen the Joker? Oh no.
Nah, it's the all right. She complaining because we ain't doing much. Let me do this shit so I can continue to fuck.
Yeah. The crazy thing in my situation is if I was to take a broad out, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, a steakhouse this and the third, and she gonna think it's because of her, but it's just that I like to eat that way. Yeah. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? I'm not going to no fucking fucking fat burger. With my dinner just because I don't feel like you worth the steakhouse. No, I'm still going to go get my fucking, ribeye.
Nah, fuck that. I mean ribeye by myself if that's the case.
No bullshit.
What? If that's the case.
If I invited you to come out to eat, I'm going to eat ribeye, and if you're there with me, or
for sure.
So none of us are.
You finna get this $8 popcorn and watch Joker.
Have you ever dealt?
Steakhouse?
Have you ever dealt with somebody that felt entitled?
Every woman in 2019.
Every
woman in 2000. I'll give you a list of them. Get all the voter registration.
They gonna trash you fat.
I'm saying in terms of like when I make generalizations, they apply. Listen, no, for real. A generalization applies to like an aspect of society. So like the ones that display these low value behaviors, I'm not talking about the ones that are endearing and hardworking.
You gotta talk about the women.
I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about bitches. Yeah, exactly. Now these bitches, I never felt entitled with none of them. Okay. I was like, damn, y'all.
But there's a lot of dudes that would though, just because that's how guys.
There's a lot of
certain guys. That's how they feel. I did this for you.
Nah,
I'm gonna get back.
because the bitch be like, man, you know, like.
See a female that females do that shit too. But I'm not.
Ask your girl to go ask the last nigga she talked to if he could, like, if he want to beat, and he gonna be like, yeah, can I buy you something?
Man, I'm a nigga that's been saying I've been fucking single for the last like 7-8 years, and there's still a female out there, a few out there that's gonna be like, nigga, you belong to me. Like,
see,
like I don't.
It's entitled.
So
you must got some long-term bills with them. Because you know how cricket don't let you out. You're like, damn, it's the second. 30. I gotta set a reminder. You can't get out of cricket during the middle of the month. This nigga be on third man as motherfucker. Damn, it's the third.
Bitch, we had a T-Mobile contract together. This ain't never over.
But see, the type of person I am, I don't let people do shit for me, period, in order to even feel entitled. You know what I'm saying? You can't buy me shit. You can't pay for shit. You do a service for me, you getting paid for it, period. Because I don't even want you ever coming back saying, well, I did this for you. Look out. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit. No, I don't even let motherfuckers do shit for me.
I've always been pretty dependent on myself. So whenever, like, it's very weird for me to let women do stuff for me outside of, like,
First high school, need more cars though, 942, 930.
930 going to north.
I get a call from my AP as he's heading out to the fab saying we have an active shooter, the police are here, their guns are pulled, Keenan's in the fab.
And 950.
You know, the timing of all this and this whole situation, it didn't happen by accident. The way it ended up playing out, it was all meant to be, but that was a pretty kind of scary image to see. You know, me turn the corner and him kind of follow me with that shotgun.
What did you see in his face?
I saw a scared young man. That's the first thing I saw. You know, I saw his eyes and they were kind of swelled up, and I just saw him as a young man that didn't really realize what he was doing. After I disarmed him and got rid of the weapon, it made it really easy for me to kind of sit him down and just talk to him about life for a little bit until the.
Of course, there's a lot more to it. Cause
I'm trying to think of how I want to attack this. I think this is a play on what's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a play on, again, the forgiveness aspect of the forgiveness and compassionate aspect of the Botham Jean case.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think this has nothing to do with the case itself. The case is a year old. Like, all of this this video could have been played in court somewhere. Why release to the net?
Wait, that was the part that threw me off. Like, why now? And I guess
it's I think there's an element of like social propaganda behind it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're like saying that, you know, like, okay, you guys are mad about the guns, but we have ways to diffuse these situations. So like they're saying like, no, we've been able to do this. Let's not argue about the guns. Let's circulate some footage of how we can deal with this stuff, and we can disassociate it, because like you never hear this black guy referred to as like a teacher or an educator or a counselor or somebody within the community. They use him like he's a prop. Like, hey, we can, like, you know, put our defense spending behind this, and we can find some tactics to disarm these kids. Like, we don't need to change no laws.
It's not the guns, it's the people argument.
Yeah,
it's a point for them.
They made the superhero, like, he sprung into action. Like, they made it like that. And like when I was looking, I was like, okay, y'all, it's a black teacher coach, black coach, which, you know, coaching, life coaches and all that is big in media anyway.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you have a black coach that's able to stop this white student from shooting one round. Like, he was gonna kill.
Yeah, he had one
person or herself.
He had one round. I was reading that the judge had already sentenced him Judge sentenced him to 36 months of probation,
Yeah.
as well as immediate mental health and substance abuse treatment. It was also interesting that they called this a mental health crisis.
Why is that interesting?
Because of one round, I feel like he was gonna kill himself.
Because I think it was more of a scare tactic for him because of one round. One round, you know, to me, it says, okay, somebody been fucking with me. Let me go in here with this shotgun and show them I got a shotgun. Let me shoot this motherfucker.
Yeah.
So y'all can let me, you know, I can let y'all know I'm not fucking with y'all no more.
I feel calling it a mental health crisis makes it easier for the state to spin it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's what I think. So
I think it is mental health. Like, I'm the one person on the argument that's always an advocate for the mental health side of it, because I think of things circumstantially.
Okay.
And if you look at like what his agenda was, like, he just circumstantially only had a shotgun with one bullet.
Okay.
But that doesn't change the fact that his mental health told him to react to that situation by bringing a firearm to school.
Okay.
So situationally, if he had access to an AK-47, it's a different outcome, because his mental health can't make the disconnection that that's not how you deal with this problem.
Yeah, I defer from calling it a mental health crisis. I think a lot of these guys, when you get to the point where you just want to, this situation, you know what, maybe, because it was just one round. But I grouped in with other situations, I just feel like putting mental health on something that's just pure evil.
But okay, so like
a way to distract.
That's
one
of the things I talk about with like mutual exclusivity, right? It's like these two things, like they don't have to be completely the same, they don't have to be completely opposite.
Okay.
So when I look at mental health, I think about like there's just this psychological disconnection that some people have that makes it so there's no boundaries between reaction and consequence. So like they're just gonna do whatever pops in their head. And that's just a psychological thing. That's a mental health thing that says when I'm mad, I want to kill people and I'll actually do it. So that's why I say it's mental health, because there's an area where he makes a decision. And once you make the decision, that's where you're on the other side of mental health. Because everybody's mad, everybody reacts, everybody wants people to die. You don't bring a gun to work. You don't bring a gun to work.
I don't agree with that. You know, I would hope that if they're calling it mental health, it's because they've, you know, talked to him some more and determined that was it. But a lot of the times people do things off of, you know, rage, or, you know, it's just a reactionary thing that they do. It could have just been somebody bullying them, and I'm not going to call that, you know, mental health. You know, even if somebody was to go bring a gun to work or whatever, they just got fired, I'm not going to say they got a mental health issue because they decided that, you know, I'm going to go shoot the motherfucker that fired me. You see what I'm saying? That's just, you know, reactionary, period. But like I said, I will hope that they're calling it that, you know, because they actually dug into it.
But I agree with you.
The conclusion.
But I think they're like, no, I agree with you, but there are varying degrees of your reaction.
Okay.
Because like when I get real mad, I say things that I don't mean in my head, but I don't never take a gun to work.
That's just
so that's what makes. But nobody in here does that, so that's what makes me think that the type of person that does is subjected to some type of mental health affliction, because nobody else reacts that way.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm quick to say, hey, let's look into the mental health, because there's something that's going on psychologically with them where it tells them that this is how you solve this problem.
I just you know, looking into this, looking how, you know, the state used this situation, to me was almost like they were spraying out the flames from the anger from these other situations.
Mm-hmm.
So almost like the situation again with Arthur Jean, the hugging, the forgiveness, the compassion.
That's the Dallas PD.
And then with this, with the other case, the sister, what's her name, Tatiana.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this was more so, oh man, like this good situation. We have this footage. We've been holding on to it. This is the perfect time to put this out there. And now everybody's like kumbaya again, until it happens again.
Well, I mean, like, I think
it's like a great spin. It's like a great spin almost.
Yeah. I don't want to see that shit until I see a motherfucking police officer hug a black dude that he just took a gun away from, or a fucking traffic stop, or some shit like that. You know, let me see the motherfucking police react in this way instead of shooting the motherfucker dead. Period.
I just want to see.
Then I'll go with the motherfucking narrative.
I want to see time for it. Like, I'm not for the, he brought a gun to school, let's give him probation. Just, I guess, with us being in school in Vegas, I got plenty of people that I know got caught with guns in their locker.
Yeah. They weren't there to shoot up the school.
They wasn't there to shoot up the school, but they got put out of school They
but
went
the
to
gun was only
juvenile.
there because if something happened, they wanted to protect themselves. But
I
wouldn't
agree.
call it,
But what I'm saying
mental
is,
health issue.
no. What I'm saying with that is, them people wasn't getting 36 months probation.
Yeah.
They was going to Spring Mountain.
Yeah,
They was
they're
going
on high desert.
You know what I'm saying?